in my family that I'm starting a podcast because I told my mom I was starting a podcast, but I'm not. Me and my best friend have a running joke that we have a podcast, and I mentioned it to my mom, who then took it very seriously and thought we actually were starting a podcast, and thus the podcast rumor was started by me. But my aunt and uncle come to visit. They say, Kaya, we hear you're starting a podcast. I say, shit. But they say, we have a gift for you. We have something we want to give you. And I was like, alright. They're like, because you're so interested in radio. And I was like, shit. But side part of the story is that my aunt and uncle got married like 5 years ago. My aunt, I guess she's like my aunt-in-law, but my aunt works in radio, and she's like spent her entire career working in radio. She's so cool. So cool. First of all, she's got like amazing taste. Like, she gets me the nicest things. Also, she's like so smart and just like very poised. And she's also like, she totally like runs the room though, you know, like she has been in so many leadership positions. She's just the coolest. So they give me this box, and I don't know what it is, and so let me show it to you. This is the box. So I thought when they were going to give me something related to my interest in radio, I mean, I love radio, but a vested interest I do not have. I was like, what? But it's this beautiful, beautiful canvas box. So this is McSweeney's issue 64, the audio issue. Now, I don't know what McSweeney's is. Maybe you're a little bit more cultured than I, and you know what that is. It was super new to me. So I'll just read the back. It says, a sprawling experiment in audiovisual storytelling, co-produced by Radiotopia. McSweeney's 64, the audio issue, is a mind-bending synthesis of audio, writing, art, and design, with contributions from Ryan Amilcar Scott, John Lee Clark, Sharon Mashihi, Amy Bender, Aaliyah Papani, Sean Cole, Jason Reynolds, Catherine Lacey, and dozens more. And then below it, it says, what's inside the box? Now, I thought this was going to elucidate it for me. It did not. Some of the things it says is, due to flower, an 8-foot illustrated scroll. Speculation, noun, a 40-page booklet. Crypto-acoustic auditory non-hallucination, a 17-page dossier. Kids Works, a 16-page booklet. Voicemails to the editor, a key, like, they're just, none of this makes sense. And so that's like, this almost feels like Pandora's box to me, you know, like, it's been sitting on my shelf, and I've been looking at it and being like, oh, I should open that, and I'm just like, I don't know what I will find, you know. So I thought, well, why not you and I do it together? I don't even know, like, oh, it's a very satisfying box, let me tell you. If you don't like fabric sounds, though, this is not the video for you. Sorry, Charlie. Why is this so challenging? Anyway, I'm obsessed with the box, though. Oh, what? Alright, y'all, this is gonna be something. Okay, so, check out this paper. I'm like a big hoe for on the inside it's like green and there's this like embossed silver printing. Get out of here. Maybe I'll set this here and then put the other part of the box on top of it so it won't be so loud. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay. I don't know the best way to show you. So this is the like information card. And it has words on it. So this is what the inside of the box looks like. Like this. I'm not sure what McSweeney's is. I'm realizing McSweeney's quarterly. I'm wondering if it's like a literary magazine or like a journal or something. Welcome to McSweeney's 64, the audio issue. The audio issue. Most pieces in this issue are meant to be experienced with audio, and you can find all the audio at audio.mcsweeneys.net. Well, shit. That's gonna be a little challenging for us now, isn't it? In this box, you'll find books and booklets, posters and pamphlets, a lantern, a scroll, and a keychain with a phone number on it that we highly suggest you call. Each of these pieces establishes its own relationship between print and audio that contributes unique experiment in weaving the mediums together. Some move back and forth between sound and printed matter. For others, you experience both simultaneously. We recommend you keep the audio site open on your phone or computer as you explore the issue, and encourage, beseech, you to listen with headphones. The only exception to this cross-modal structure is John Lee Clark's cornerstone essay Against Access on the limitations of accessibility. Knowing that many deaf and deaf-blind readers could experience only a secondary version of any audio component in his piece, the very kind of replica his essay admonishes, he abstained from including one. In fact, it quickly became clear while making this issue that you can't think about cross-modal stories without thinking broadly about access. The way stories shift when experienced through various sensory organs, the eyes, ears, and hands. For that reason, we felt it was important to make this issue as accessible as possible. So on our website, in addition to the audio, you'll find something we're calling a descriptive transcript, which offers each component of this issue in multiple formats. You can find a thoughtful introduction to this transcript by audio issue producer Andrew Leland in the main book. We've been working on this one a long time, thinking about it even longer. It could, would, and should not exist without the crucial guidance and editorial input of our co-producer, Radiotopia. Hats particularly off to Julie Shapiro and Audrey Mardovich. To hear a quick word from them, check out the message from Radiotopia. Okay, there's probably a million more things, but we figure you should just get in there and get started. Claire Boyle, editor. Oh my god, this is so cool. Okay, I'm not sure what I should do. I kind of want to listen to it all together, and I kind of want to show it to you, and I'm not sure which I should do first. So cool. Okay, I love also their conversation about accessibility. That slaps. That's awesome. Issues of the most, so this is about McSweeney's. This is just like subscribe to McSweeney's. 4 issues of the most groundbreaking writing and art we can find, packaged in the most surprising ways we can think of. Honestly, it's hella cool. This is just like the subscribe card. It's based out of San Francisco. Makes sense. Damn, this would be like a good gift for someone. Oh my god, there's a book. Start reading it. Aleatoricism, a compositional method governed by randomness and games of chance, popularized by electronic music pioneer Pierre Boulez. As we were putting together is the button that looks like this. A new randomized clip will play, shape-shifting to fit the container of the story as the story bends to receive it. The sounds, those capricious things, are in control. So it says keep your phone or computer open to the McSweeney's webpage and place it beside you as you read. When you see the symbol forward in the text, hit the forward button on the audio site, which will dispatch one of the 9 clips at random. In one case, it's a repeat symbol, will prompt you to press a corresponding button on the audio site, which will replay the sound you just heard. So then there are these writings. Father's Day 1991. There's 3 writings. Father's Day 1991 by Kali Fajardo Unstein and Stein. The Sound Thief by Amy Bender and Renee Mostly by Kelly Jo Ford. Wow. This is amazing. This whole thing is just such an undertaking, and to then combine it with sound. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, there's a whole nother book. So this is also part of the audio issue. Sorry, I got really distracted reading. Whew. Hope you enjoyed some me being really focused and reading. So I'm fascinated by this essay against access. It reminds me of Mark Grief's book of essays against everything, which is a fantastic book of essays. But I'm so curious. So then they have, so this is the first essay, and this is the ADA compliant elevator of literature. When people talk about how accessible a work of literature is, they usually mean how difficult it is to read. The fiction writer Gary Lutz, whose work performs regular feats of aphoristic acrobatics, once wrote that she aspired to compose narratives of steep verbal topography, as though her short stories were sheer mountain faces marked with warning signs, experienced climbers only. The novelist Jonathan Franzen has also compared reading challenging fiction to undertaking a mountaineering expedition. In his essay, Mr. Difficult, he draws a distinction between the contract writers who honor readers' desires for a pleasurable and entertaining reading experience, and status writers who are more interested in constructing unscalable edifices of monolithic genius. Franzen describes the alpine effort it took him to read William Gaddis's The Recognitions, the writer's famously experimental 968-page first novel. The hypothesis. Oh, I know this word. The apodhegeos, the apotheosis of the status model of literature. After getting the gist of the book from its first few hundred pages, Franzen writes, quote, I sat and read the extra 700 pages in something like a fugue state, as if planting my feet on a steep slope, climbing. Difficult reading for both experimentalists like Lutz and self-appointed contract writers like Franzen is a kind of literary ascent, making so much through a text as up it, a task that requires incredible strength, stamina, and exertion. The experience isn't designed to be accessible any more than the granite monoliths of Yosemite Valley are. A few years ago, I received an email from McSweeney's quarterly subscriber named Kevin that pushed me to think differently about what makes a work of literature difficult. Kevin had heard a few episodes of The Organist, the McSweeney's adjacent podcast I hosted. In later episodes, I had begun to speak about my experience of progressive vision loss. Kevin, who is also legally blind, works as a special ed teacher in Chicago, wrote that he enjoyed hearing about blindness in a McSweeney's related venue, but added that it compelled him to get in touch about something he'd been considering for a long time, the dismal state of the accessibility of the quarterly. By this he didn't mean that the journal was publishing too much lotsa or other craggy mountainous status fiction, that the frustration and effort that Kevin experiences in his reading life would surpass even those of Jonathan Franzen's sofa-bound excursions. One of the tools Kevin uses to read is a closed-circuit television. It's the same technology that security guards use, a large monitor that shows a magnified live feed of whatever its camera is trained on. Excuse me. In Kevin's case, usually a book. What the average reader finds comfortably legible, say the 11-point Garamond in which this essay appears in the print version of this issue, looks to Kevin like indecipherable glyphs, but when he lays books on the tray of his CCTV, which bumps the text up several sizes from what appears on the page, each letter becomes about as large as a tangerine, legible. This is, as you might imagine, an extremely cumbersome, uncomfortable, and slow way to read. There's no curling up with a book on an ultra-suede sofa module or cracking it open on the bus. With the CCTV, which has the footprint of a mini fridge, Kevin has to be at home, sitting at his desk, his nose pressed to the screen. I'm getting sleepy, so he usually prefers listening to books. And if a book doesn't have a professionally recorded audio version available, Kevin needs to find an accessible digital file, which he then uses a screen reader to read. Screen readers use a synthesized voice, a more verbose cousin of Siri or Alexa, to turn a well-formatted PDF or EPUB file into a gently robotic audiobook at the touch of a button. But currently, most quarterly issues are unavailable in audio or digital formats, so Kevin has to go through what he describes as, quote, tedious processes with assistive technology, reading them on his CCTV, the type blown up to the size of a road sign. He's a member of a larger category of readers that the Library of Congress calls the, quote, print disabled, a group that includes readers with even less usable vision than Kevin has, for whom magnifiers like the CCTV are useless, along with readers whose impairments extend beyond blindness. Some people with orthopedic impairments can't physically hold a book or turn its pages, for example, and there are those with cognitive disabilities like severe dyslexia that make reading a page of normal print impossible. Damn. So, he talks about McSweeney's experimentality and the design of the quarterly. I'm so curious to read more of this and just share it with you. Anyway, I really want to keep reading it, but my voice is getting a little tired and I don't want to McSweeney's quarterly, no calls, too small, and it has a phone number. And then it says 23 years of spotless service. I am so curious what that voicemail is. This is called Clear Voice. This is so funny. So it says to install Clear Voice, users must listen to Clear Voice audio installation guide as they read the manual. And then it says, at your fingertips is the world of efficient, streamlined, secure communication like you've never experienced before. In today's fast-paced world, you need to know your message is getting across, but how to compete with never-ending stream of trivial distraction. The ClearVoice patented mind-to-mind communication protocol offers interference-proof access to your friends and colleagues when you need it most. What? This is something I truly want to see on the computer, but it's so... Look at this. This is fascinating. So this is the scroll. I think that's the thing that I'm most looking forward to looking at, is the scroll. And here's it's called Dote flower. Dote flower. And there's like, this becomes a like lantern, I think, to hold it up. Oh my god. And you put your phone, oh my gosh. What? This is so, you put your phone under it, and it like expands, and it like, oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we have our little keychain. I'm so curious where that phone number goes. I cannot wait to go online and check all of this out. It's an interesting thing to like share with you. I am excited to do so. But dang, oh my god, oh my god. But dang, it does feel like it is missing. Whoa. This is called Clinical Judgment, and it's a poster. It's gigantic. Interesting. And it's like connected to an audio story. And then it has audio tours of your home. Whoa, these are hella long. Oh my god. This is so interesting too, because like, it seems like something that like I want to take like a year to digest, you know? I wonder how you get involved with making or like contributing to McSweeney's. This one is called Speculation. Noun. This is the Kids Works. Kids Works workbook. And it looks like this. My uncle was also like, oh, you could share it with your students. And I was like, I think this might be a little highbrow. Kids Works toys. Like, yeah, because this is not sincere, I don't think. Yeah, this is like, I think this is like, it's not like a joke, but it's like satire. Squip, the doll who's always damp. What's that liquid? Works with milk. Squick, the doll who's always damp. Squip, the doll who's always damp. Who wants a moist boy? Do you want a moist boy? Squip can be your moist boy. Mailing weight 1 pound. Corners, the talking square. I'm your only friend. We literally do not know where this toy came from. One day they just started showing up in the factory. More appear each day. One watches me as I write this. This is so weird. The Let's Shave family of toys. Sharp, scratch, hair is bad, scritch. Mommy, daddy, and baby sure are looking scruffy. Let's shave them right now. This is so bizarre. What happened to Beth? And then the things coming out are under just question marks. Does anyone know what happened to Beth? Wasn't there something about bees? Maybe her cousin would know. Does anybody know how to get in touch with her cousin? Two blocks. 6 sides, 2 colors. What can you make with just 2 blocks? A castle, a fire truck. Unlikely, but why not try? It says having issues with your toy. Please call our supporters standing by. And there's Gulp, the toy you can swallow. But it has a string on it. It says, don't let go. Gulp goes where no toy's gone before. Right down your gullet. And this one says, Sploders. 50-foot exploding radius. Who's ready to make a mess? Sploders. Collect them one. There's just one. This is like peak comedy, in my opinion. This is like very funny. Help. Ever wonder what it's like to visit a desert island? It's not all coconuts and bonfires, we'll tell you that much. Things turn ugly pretty quick, based on a real weekend. Jessica, the second prettiest girl in the world. Draw on bangs, now with almost as many dresses as Samantha. Jessica, the second prettiest girl in the world. Meet your new friend Jessica. She's not like Samantha, and that's fine. She wouldn't want to be. It's actually freeing being second. It is. More toys from Kids Work Toys. Professor Horse, the horse with the PhD. Hospital Town. Make it clean. Bumpy, the alligator who won't wake up. Smissles. Don't touch that. Busy, the dog who always has a meeting. Car. The Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism plays in. To order, fill out the form below. And then it has the phone number. And it says, concerns about the safety of your child. Call us right away. And then the number, and it says, not toll free. That's hysterical. I think that's really funny that my uncle thought it was like actually for kids. What is this? The World Instigator Special Report. Divine dive. Artist in space to perform death-defying return to Earth. What? Lift off. What? This is bizarre. Oh my gosh. And then we have the cryptoacoustic auditory non-hallucination, which is in the fucking dossier, y'all. Okay, memo 41021. The information included in this memorandum is a result of research done from 2017 to 2019. I compiled this dossier from field notes, correspondences, university archives, and audio recordings. Some questions remain unanswered due to a few key documents I haven't been able to locate. Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all, I am so excited about this. I'm gonna try and put it back in the envelope in a chill way. I am in love with this, you guys. If you couldn't tell. This is so cool. I want to know, like, who makes this, and, like, how do they make it, and, like, how do they collaborate, and, like, how do they, like, all work around a central theme together, you know, and, like, oh my god, I have so many So, if you are as curious as I am about the rest of the contents of this box, I will for sure be giving it a listen and a read.